Is Death Row profitable? Let's find out. We're running out of money. We need to start a new business venture. This might be profitable. Execution, baby. So for us to introduce execution to this awesome prison, I want to build our own little facility just for Death Row. So we're going to need to unlock this here for $160,000. Wow, that's expensive. So on the right side, we're going to house all of our Death Row. And on the left side, we're going to do something special. So just clicking on forestry, clicking in the left-hand corner, dragging to the right corner, just like that. A nice forestry area. And then, of course, we need to get some gardeners. And while that's doing its thing, we're going to come over to this side because this is where the execution and hopefully thousands of dollars worth of profit is going to happen. So how do we want Death Row to be? Do we want a separate little prison here? Well, that would be good to do that. But the question is, do we want to have a gap in the middle here or do we want it back to back? And honestly, a back-to-back prison might actually be better. So I guess the first step is to figure out how big this is. So we're about 198 long and half of that is 99. So we're going to draw this up here. Then of course we want to add another wall in the center. And now it's time to start planning out where's our entrances going to be. And that's going to be up front here. So we're going to look at these large jail doors to have something like this. And then what I would like to do is it's something a little bit different, but we can add some walls in here as well. And these doors aren't going to be jail doors, but they're going to be like the visitor doors with everything attached to it. So like just a separate entrance for our visitors to come through and like a screening process type thing. In terms of Death Row, majority of our prisoners are going to want to be staying indoors. They're not going to leave and do other things because they're literally being sentenced to death. So we're probably going to have loads and loads of cells, right? One thing we might do is like in the bottom corner here, this might be our execution chamber. And then we want to have probably multiple rooms along here. We want Death Row to be profitable, correct? Let's duplicate it. And then we'll put another footpath in here. And then let's duplicate that again. What we could do on the end here is then put in our canteen or kitchen at the end here. And I'm thinking in terms of Death Row prisoners and holding them, I think we're going to place them in these cell blocks here. So the question is now, is this going to be ideal to make a lot of money in Death Row? Time will tell, I guess. But I guess what we've got here is the foundation of something great. And you may notice I extended the footpath here because now we can actually build another prison over here for all of our legendary prisoners. Majority of this new area is already built up. We just got a last few things that need to be fixed up like here, and well, I think I accidentally put yellow walls in. But besides that, let's start building this place up, starting with the kitchen. Of course, guys, we're gonna have lots and lots of hungry prisoners. We need to make them their best meals ever before they die. We are gonna come into quick build next, and we're gonna take a look at these improved cells. No, what am I talking about? These luxury cells, because we want them to live in luxury before they die. So we're just gonna make sure we have the right walls. And how do we do this? Really? Like, can we go like this? How many could we fit along this wall? Actually, that's not too bad. I actually thought it'd be a lot worse. Let's have like maybe a 3 gap here. And then we got a passageway over this side too. And I'm so surprised. This actually worked out really nice. So in just this headquarters, we got 30. And now we wait for all this to be built up. And then we'll copy and paste it into this block as well. And while that's getting built up, we're going to start building out Death Row. So as they come in, they're going to come in through here. And then we'll get a solitary door. But let's also come back into rooms, into execution. This whole area will be execution. And actually, is that right? Did I do that right? I don't know. So we'll put the chair around the middle here. And then we'll place in a couple of chairs in here. And of course, we'll place in chairs outside. But let's come back into intake now. And let's open up Death Row to the world. And the chief has called. Our first Death Row prison has just arrived. We'll need to make sure we have Death Row appeal programs set up in the parole room so they can have their appeal hearings. All right. So we've got to make sure we come into programs and set up Death Row appeal. And one thing I think we're going to do, seeing that we've got a mega cell block area, I think we're going to strip out everything that's here plus the door. And then we'll set up a parole hearing area. And then all we gotta do is add in these visitor tables. Just for fun, let's schedule an execution. Right, so we're gonna authorize a lockdown. The next thing, we need to test the facility. Assemble the execution detail. Escort the witnesses to the facility. And there's our visitors. And now we've got to escort the prisoner to the electric chair. And guys, why don't you just use the footpath that's been provided for you? Like, honestly. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we going to authorize it? Just like that. That was easy, wasn't it? And then we're going to get a final report. So just like that, the mandate execution of Alexander was carried out at X, and we were compensated by $10,000. Now that is actually pretty cool. Now, if there was only a way we could do loads of executions, so just cheating a little bit, we get access to 20 available death row inmates. And I think it's quite easy. All you got to do is do 10,000 times 20, and that's an easy 200,000 profit. And if you do that on repeat, like changing the game files, even go to the game files and like say that there is 1,000 death row inmates available, like you can just be executing, and honestly, before you know it, you've made a couple million, which is quite insane. So what is next though, guys? Well, I'm actually thinking of building another facility over here, which could be all of our legendary prisoners. So guys, if you're excited for that, make sure you comment down below. But guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, guys, make sure you subscribe down below. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And guys, I'll see you all in a new video soon.